betrayed the screenshot. just don't get this last part.
Maybe we can look at it together later. Have a conversation.
Welcome back, Aloy. I see you have recovered Poseidon.
Drone's reconnected now.
I like this one.
Aloy, can you come downstairs? Beta has something you need to hear.
Okay. I'll be right down.
Aloy, I have managed to unlock additional rooms within the facility.
Got it. I'm back, Gaia.
Hello, Aloy. What would you like to discuss?
So, I guess Beta's here to stay. I gave her a focus. Told her to talk to you to see if she can help. She's not what I expected.
What were you expecting?
I don't know. Someone more helpful, I guess. And less pessimistic.
It is true, she overestimated our progress. However, it is also worth noting that her confidence in your abilities emboldened her to escape the Zeniths.
I guess so.
Give her time. She may yet come around.
How's Katala?
I have detected that in an effort, I believe he will.
A solution? How are things?
Zoe has been in an effort without the. However.
Yeah. Var.
Indeed. Zoe discovered. She and encouraged.
And how did that go?
I believe they.
How's Aaron?
He is becoming.
What did he do?
He unfortunately crushed his first focus as he attempted to. Amongst a number of Oseram, he is given.
Well, good thing. Almost like what would.
Yes, there is still much. For instance, entries from those hearing their.
Anything I should be.
I do not believe I have elected.
What is the state of the biosphere? Is the terror. How long do we have then? When I found data, it turns out, but if he loved...
The Zenith faced with...
Even still, water. 1,000 years, just... When there were records, I know, but...
At this, perhaps at necessity, as their goal...
So they got more... See you later, Gaia.
Until next time, Aloy.
don't think that door had power before, but looks like it's malfunctioning. Looks like some kind of maintenance space. I wonder where this leads. Cells? Huh. That did it.
Aloy? A bunch of lights just turned on up here? Was that you?
Oh. Huh. Yeah, I guess it was. It was pretty weird talking to Beta, seeing someone who looks like me. Even though it seems like she doesn't act anything like me. Or Elizabeth, for that matter.
Happy birthday, Isaac. Daddy sure does love his little big man.
She found that recording from the data on your focus. She's been watching it a lot. I think it helps calm her.
You know, I used to watch this a lot too. Whenever I wanted to take my mind off things.
Daddy sure does love his little big...
But there's something you need to tell me?
While you were gone, I came down here to check on her. Then we started talking. Right, Beta? She's been thinking about how to capture Hephaestus, studying the data Gaia gave her. But we started talking about some other stuff. You know, just getting to know each other, right? And then she told me that one of the Zeniths might be different from the others.
Tilda. You saw her at the Hades Proving Lab.
Go on.
On the way to Earth, the Zeniths never showed their faces. My servitor caretaker referred to them as my benefactors, and promised I'd meet them someday, when I have learned enough.
And then?
One day, a data channel opened in my training interface. In it, Tilda was waiting for me. In a virtual replica of a house on a cliff, overlooking the ocean. It was beautiful. She showed me paintings, books, media files. We met there in secret many times. But a few months later, it stopped.
Can you tell us why, Beta?
I found some data about Tilda at the Hades Proving Lab. I think she was the liaison between Far Zenith and Zero Dawn. She knew Elizabeth Sobek, that's for sure.
Maybe that's why she reached out to you?
What else can you tell us about Tilda?
She liked to talk about her paintings.
What about herself? Did she ever talk about her life on Earth, how she joined the Zeniths, something like that?
She never said much about herself, and she hated it when I asked too many questions. But I think, back on Earth, she was an expert programmer, given that she built a data channel the other Zeniths couldn't detect.
Is there anything else about her that we might be able to use to our advantage?
She was the first real person who ever bothered to speak to me. I wasn't really assessing her for strengths and weaknesses.
So this secret virtual space looked like a house with an ocean view?
I could see whitecaps and hear waves crashing on rocks below. And there were gulls crying outside. Inside, Tilda had frames that showed off her favorite paintings, changing at intervals to match the light. There was an armchair she liked. She'd sit there and gaze outside while I looked through her things. We spent hours in that house. I never wanted to leave.
You said that Tilda reached out to you using a data channel?
It appeared in my training interface as another assignment. When I opened it, there were a series of intermittent glitches. I realized they formed a transpositional cipher. Instructions on how to open up a new virtual space. When I entered it, my training interface disappeared. Instead of the usual holographic teachers and files, I was in a perfect recreation of her home.
And you're sure the other Zeniths never knew about it?
To them, it looked like I was still in training. Toiling away. Alone.
So Tilda set up a secret virtual space where she could talk to you, a house on a cliff. Then later, she cut you off. But other than the fact that Tilda knew Elizabeth, you don't know why she did those things?
I don't, okay? I thought of every possible reason that would make her leave, but whatever I did wrong, I don't know what it is. When I finally met the others, she ignored me. Acted like the data channel never existed. None of this even matters. Tilda's the same as the others. It won't help us defeat them.
Okay. Let's leave it at that then.
What's wrong?
I'm trying, Varl. But she is tough to take. I'm out there in the wilds, risking my life every day, and all she can do is hide in there and tell us how hopeless it all is. I'm sorry, she's had a rough time, but she is really not helping right now.
You always seem to be on top of everything, so I sometimes forget about what you've been through. I mean, it wasn't that long ago you were so banged up you couldn't even walk. About that. When I pulled you out of the water back near the proving lab, you were muttering Rost's name. You never talk about him, but he raised you. Trained you. You must miss him a lot.
Of course I do. But I don't have time to think about that now. I need to get back out there.
Okay. I'll keep working with Beta. Gaia says she knows a lot about Zero Dawn. And maybe she just needs some time to adjust, and then she can help us with Hephaestus.
Sure. But I won't hold my breath. This must be from the Cold. Between the Rockbreaker and the Slitherfang. The girl really wrecked the arena. And I have a feeling she won't stop trying until Hikaru's dead. I know Varl meant well, bringing up Rost. I guess it's hard to talk about. With everything going on, it feels easier to set those memories aside. At least for now. Beta's been difficult to figure out. She's just so closed off. I get that the Zeniths were cruel to her, that the one called Tilda abandoned her, but I can't get her out of her shell. I don't know. Maybe nothing can.
I can read this later. Aloy. It's everything all right? It seemed like you and Varl were down in that basement for a while.
Yeah, everything's fine, I guess.
Well, okay. What can I do for you?
I was hoping you could help me with something. It's about the Tenakth rebels, and it also has to do with the Oseram.
Really? That doesn't sound good. Let me know what I can do to help.
You still sifting through loads of data?
Yeah, I thought not much like image. They were made to look. The Oseram.
It seems like you're getting...
Yeah, it's been helpful when I did find only they even let the... that's... you won't see me.
How are things going?
You tell me.
What did you do?
I made one about how they... How does anyone fight?
From the looks of...
Yeah, well...
Just... I see some...
I'm just trying to get some help to take my mind.
You should try playing...
Oh, sure.
Pretty sure. Do I smell?
I brought some with everything. Besides, that's what my...
Maybe another time. I discovered it looks like they're
I thought there was something on...
familiar with ancient tech.
So, last year we stopped Durval and his cronies from blowing up Meridian in retribution for the Red Raids. And now you're telling me we have another group of Oseram trying to wipe out the Karja with an army of machines and bloodthirsty Tenakth?
Pretty much.
Oh, well, that's just great!
Is there any way you can help me find out who they are? Anything to track them down and stop them?
Yeah, I can send out some messages from Chainscrape. Get in touch with my contacts in the claim, see what I can find out.
I'd appreciate that. I should get going.
Back to reading.
Hey, got a sec?
Of course.
How's training?
Discover when we this world. I thought, but now I'm versus every
The chain... It's hard to believe.
to live.
Because it's
That weapon.
silent.
Why would he?
With silence. What do you make of this?
Well, the way I can't. Maybe, but whatever. If we knew what.
I don't know.
Oh well.
Maybe. You feeling
I was just thinking to think some make up Elizabeth, and yet they have.
another reason? You brought up Rost before. He was all I had. And he brought me up the best he could. Not only that, when Hades discovered who I was and sent the Eclipse after me, he sacrificed himself so I could survive. But that seems like ages ago. So much has happened since. What I'm doing now, I don't think he could even begin to understand it. The Sacred Lands were all he really knew. So I can't let myself dwell on him. Not with everything I have to do.
I understand. Sometimes when I think about my sister, about what she would have become if she had survived the Proving, it hurts. And I just need to bury it for a while. But only for a while, Aloy. You can't ignore it forever. Memories always come back. The ones that matter, anyway.
I know. But for now, the mission has to come first.
Fair enough.
I should get back out there.
We'll be here if you...
Aloy,
Hey,
I am well. Varl told me Beta's having a hard time. I wish there was something
I'm not...
a tree won't bear.
Found anything else?
Varlin, apparently can you imagine? I'd give any... At least I can as inspiration. Her memory on...
What are you going to learn?
I'm not sure. I asked Gaia museum. From what the old one, like you've done, maybe one day...
That sounds... Are you guys training?
If you count...
I've been...
Of course not.
Good.
I was going... He called laughed at the eye. Before I knew it, the man is slow. Don't look so worried. Next time he's...
Just try not to...
Injuring his pride.
Is there anything I... Are you okay?
You and...
I like to think so.
I was wondering... What do you know about his mother?
Oh.
That bad, huh?
Why do you want to know?
He's spoken of his sister, Val.
She's the best, but she...
I see. I feel...
I wouldn't worry about it.
I'd like to see her.
The Zeniths didn't know.
I still can't... Old ones. I've never heard... To deny... It's...
I should get going.
Good luck on your...
Is this a piece from the bulwark? Talo must have brought this with him as a trophy. I may have fired the cannon, but he really put Dakota in his place. Don't break my fall. Let the screen shine off carefully. Gotta bring the drone down to grab its data. Maybe if I jump onto it? Got it! I should grab the drone's data now that it's down. An also again. What are you doing out here?
That would never work. Genius is at work here. I cannot afford any distractions. If you require salvage, you can... Oh! A hunter! Yes, good, good. I was hoping one would stop by. There's no time to waste.
Aloy.
That old boar, Karif, is expecting me to merely make the best armor in the Forbidden West. But I, Honda, will give him a masterpiece. And you are going to help me make it. Of course you'll be compensated, though seeing me at work should be gratifying enough.
You're one of Karif's people? So you're competing to make armor for him too. With the Tenakth right next door?
Ha! They've got problems of their own to worry about. Besides, I'm not just making armor. I'm making a work of art, imbued with the majesty of ancient machines and wondrous relics, with the steadfastness of the gentle plow horn and the fury of the raging Ravager. So, where do you want to start?
You talked about using plowhorn parts for your armor?
I've been eyeing a herd.
You talked about using... So you want your... You said you wanted aim... I'll, read it.
Ah, need some machine parts? Or want me to take some off your hands? Now, that's what I'd call an
Who cares? We're into Nax territory. I can take him, and if not, I'm not running.
side.
Another time.
All blades against regard.
Outlander. Are you in need of supply? You'll be back soon. I'm sure of it.
Good day, Outlander.
Lay be bright. Our appearance speaks for our sense of purpose.
May your blade be bright.
Honor in everything.
You fought Regala. So you're welcome. Enjoy your time in our settlement. Let our...
Okay.
That was close. May your blade be
Those ancient machines Honda wanted me to check out should be close by. It's an ancient graveyard, all right. I should use my focus. Check for any useful salvage. I think Honda will like this. Sounds to my stash. Ah, this should be useful. Don't think Honda will find this useful, but I might. I bet Honda will want this. I think that's all the salvage I'm gonna find. I should check out the other site Honda marked on her contract.